Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be building the Martian2 frame, the 220mm, the 5-inch one, and I'm going to be using the Racerstar V2 35A ESCs, the ones where I previously made the video of how to remove the filter caps. So we're gonna be able to run XAT600 on these. For flight controller, I'm going to be using the F3 V4 from Banggood. It's a VTX OSD PDB all-in-one flight controller. So I'm curious how this is going to turn out. I hope it's going to be good. I haven't really seen any real reviews about this online, so maybe we could be one of the first to actually review it. So that's one thing. We're going to be using the Emax, the S series, the new ones, the 2205 motors. And for the FPV cam, I'm going to be using the Foxeer XAT600M. It's a CCD, and should be good. Let's get started. Alright, so I've been looking at this, and I really don't like this here. And it comes with the XT60 connector, but I'm just going to use one with a wire, and I'm not going to mount it here. And same as this, so this one, the front would be facing this way, and it would be sticking off the side, and in a crash I do not want to risk breaking that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it on a 90-degree yaw offset, I guess, since it's going to be, the arrow is going to be pointing to the right. So or actually I'm going to have it pointing to the left, so I could have it in the back. So this will be in the back here. And for the battery connector, I'm not going to solder it directly to this. I'm going to solder it to this here. So that'll be good right there. And then here's the pads for the ESCs right there. So maybe I'll solder the battery connector here and then run a wire from here to the flight controller, or I might just run a wire from here to here. I don't know yet. So we'll figure it as we go. So this is how I'm planning on mounting it, and just like this. So right now I'm going to prepare the solder pads. I'm going to put solder on them, and possibly start with the ESCs, get that out of the way, and then move our way up to the camera and the other things. So let's get started on that. Alright, so I'm going to begin by adding flux to the pads. There you go. Okay, that should do it. Right. Start out with this one. Let's do this one. Okay. And I am using lead solder, not lead-free solder, and I believe it has a flux core also. And the tip I'm using is this kind of tip right here. for the ESCs, the big pads actually, big solder pads. It's the flat one. Alright, almost done here. And one more to go. All right. And here, you can see they're nice and shiny, and they're holding very well. Alright, so now we're just going to stick them and solder on the ESCs and worry about the motors after. See how we're going to do it. I really hate cutting the wires from the motors, just in case if I wanted to upgrade or change something. I don't like short motor wires, so we'll figure it out. So right now I'm just going to solder this as far back as possible. And that is it right now. So let's get that started with. All right. Okay, that seems about good. Alright, since we have nothing to worry about it touching. Alright, this one, maybe I'll bend it back a little, have it come in. Like this, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have it bend over and just connect there. That'll give me some extra slack if I ever needed something, which hopefully I wouldn't, and I won't. Okay, what gauge is this? I don't know. 16 gauge. So let's go for 16. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we got that, and okay, so it's gonna, this is just gonna go on like that, this one's just gonna bend over backwards, and then connect there, like this. Let's put it on now. I like to use these since it gets very hot and the wires are very short. So I just clamp them on, and oh my god, it's so difficult on camera. So I'm gonna be putting them on like that right now. Maybe if we turn it this way, move this there, and hold it like this, you'll be able to see. Alright, that's perfect. So, we get the soldering iron. I like to heat up the pad first, and then just get the wire on there. Perfect. Just remove this. Show you you guys. It's a very clean joint. If this is not clean, then I don't know what is. Now we get ready for the negative side. So I'm gonna skip the other 3 ESCs because it's just gonna be the same process. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the negative wire, I'm gonna twist it on itself, and then just bring it in. Let's see if I could show you. Okay. Basically, it's gonna twist and just connect like that. It's very flat. It's gonna be, so that'll be very well. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, I got grip. All right. Okay, and again, I like heating up the pad first, and then just bringing this into it. Okay. Now we have an ESC, and it's pretty solid. Now this residue is from the flux, so you can clean that off later. And as you can see, it's hanging off a little bit, which is good. We're gonna wrap it around with electrical tape anyways. And this is gonna be the same process for all the other ESCs. So let's just skip over that and alright, we got the ESC soldered in. I decided to abandon my idea on the twisting the wire, just because there's the standoffs go here. So if I wrapped it, then that wouldn't have been a good idea. I mean, it doesn't get in the way, but I changed my mind towards the end, and I'm just stuck with putting them on straight. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna solder wire to the flight controller, turn it off here. And I've noticed something. Here is the current sensor, so we're not going to be able to solder the positive here, because then we'll just bypass the current sensor. So we're going to have to solder the positive right here. So I've never really tried it, sticking a wire in here and just soldering it through. And we're going to try that. So what I think I'm going to do is I put a lot of solder on the wire, and I'm using the silicone wires that I cut off from the ESCs, and I put a lot, as you can see, like a little bowl down here. Now it doesn't fit in perfectly, but it's coming off sideways, so I'm just going to use some pressure with this little clip, and to see if we can solder it in nicely or not. So this is just going to be a test. I've never done this before, so I'm trying new things as I go, and I hope it's going to work out. So let's just see how this is going to work. I can see the wire already giving in. Yeah, that's not going to work. So, well, maybe it kind of worked a little. Let's see. Let's try it one more time. So I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm just going to fill it up with solder everywhere. Oh, I think it's working. Let's see how this played out. Okay. Alright. Alright, that's fine. So, actually it seems pretty good. There's one little problem, is that it's going towards the positive, but there's nothing really there to hit, so positive, I'll just have it run down the same way. So here it is. That's how it looks like. It's holding very well, so it's nice here. Now let's hope we get the same result with the other one. Let's get the wire in. Try to put a little bit more, but I mean there's only so much solder you can put on a wire. Okay, and focus. Alright. The angle is wrong, but it's fine. Okay. I don't think it'll take more. Yeah, that's as much as it'll take. Alright, so let's do the same process again. Always check the wire because sometimes it gets very, very hot. So I'm going to place the flight controller, the all-in-one flight controller. Okay. Actually going to hold it from here so I don't risk damaging anything. Alright, so the positive is right here. Alright. So, okay, like this. This is how I'm gonna want it to go. You know, it's bending too far that way. I don't want it to bend there. So maybe we should do it this way. Perfect. I think I'm just gonna cut a little off the top here. Okay. Cut some off. And I'm gonna get a clip and hold it in right there. That seems very good. Alright, so there we go. Better view of what's going on. Right. Let's get the solder and let's test it out. Now we have the clip in the way, so I believe it worked. So let that cool off for a second. Alright. So I think it's good. I think it's good enough. It's since we're not really relying on to power the ESCs off of here, it's more than enough. It's perfect, actually. Not perfect, but it's good. It'll do. So now let's get the let's turn that fan off. Let's get this, and we want the battery connector to come off the back, and this is the back. So this one, this way. It's gonna be the front. Alright, so now the signal wires are going to be not as, we're going to have to run one this way, one that way, and just so we don't risk damaging this. So I'm going to now solder the power. Okay, as far as it goes. And so it's going to go like this. So I don't like how it's pushing up on it. So okay. so what I'm gonna do is do it something like this, like a little heart, I guess. It'll go in and just connect. Alright, let's get started on that. Alright, so I've cut them to length and soldered the wires, put some solder on them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it be bent like this, basically like a little heart on the inside. And this way, when I put down the flight controller, I don't have to apply any extra pressure. It'll just fit flush, and these wires should not be adding pressure on it from below. So these are going to be going like this, like a little heart. So let's get that started with. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it like this, and let's see, 1 second. Alright, so we want it to be like this, sideways. So we're going to grab this here. So I want it sideways, so basically I'm going to solder that like that. Okay. So, okay, that's just completely wrong. Alright. So we're going to heat up the pad first. And bring in the wire. Perfect. Alright, so that was a left-handed solder job, so hopefully I got everything correct. Yeah, it's perfect. Now, as you can see, when I flip it, and then I'm going to stick it on, see if there's any pressure. There shouldn't be. Nope, fits perfect, nothing. Now, we're going to do this side, and I still don't know what orientation this should be in. I mean, if we just grab this. And again, I do apologize. This is just a raw build. I'm getting the hang of it as I go, and I hope you guys really enjoy it, or just find it useful at least. So I want this to come in this way. Sideways. Oh shit. I want this to come in this way, so when I bend it back, it'll be flush. That's a little problem. Where's little clips? Those little alligators. There's a little alligator. Alright. This is no, it's not gonna hold anything. Alright, we're just gonna have to do it this way. Okay. And again, I'm working on 360 degrees, just because I'm using lead solder. And there you go. That's perfect right there. Alright, moment of truth. Let's put it on. And it's perfect. Now, to me that seems absolutely beautiful. Perfect. So now we're done with that. I think what we will be doing next now is going to be the motors. Not sure yet, motors or the signal. Let's see. So we have we got the front here. We have motor 1, 2, 3, 4, X configuration, beta flight, clean flight. So since we've changed the orientation of how this was supposed to be, the numbers switched up. So we have motor signal 1 here now, which is this one. So we're going to have to run a wire there. And this is going to be 2, yes. And then 2 is this one. So we're going to run wire there. And then I believe this is 4. So 4, we're gonna have to run a wire from here to here, and then 3 is perfect. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 is gonna be here, and 4 is gonna be here. Oh, 4 is gonna be here. 4 here. Anyways, it's a complete mess now. Not really a mess, just 4 little wires. So they're just not gonna come cleanly, but it's gonna be good. Alright, so I decided what I'm going to do as the next step. What I'm going to do is I'm going to solder the signal wires, and I'm going to leave the ground one so I could just put them together and just stick them on the ground pad, because there's not many ground pads on this, so I'm just going to put them right there. So let's get that started. So this is the back, this is the front side right here, and this is the back. Now, as we all know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I remember correctly, and let's get that started right now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm gonna start by cutting the the ESCs. I'm gonna cut it all the way towards the end here on all of them. We're not going to need them that long, but just until we know the length. Alright, okay, so got that out of the way. So this is the back side again, and this is motor 1. So let's undo this. Okay, probably fast forward this if I get it right. Alright, we got that out of the way. Now, this is going to go to 1, so it's going to go to this one here, this little tiny pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run it below the flight controller. I think it'll make a much cleaner build. Okay. There we go. There's 1. And then this is going to be 2. I'm just undoing the wire. Okay. Where is 2? 2 is going to be here. So I'm gonna run it like this around this one, and it's gonna pop up from here and go to 2 like this. Okay, and this is 4 right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 right here. 4 is going here. So we're gonna put that through here. This will be 4. And then 3 last. 1. I wish Racerstar would go with silicone signal wires and ground wires. I mean, they do for the power, but just for the ESC itself. And this was what, 3? Where's 3? 3 is gonna be up here, so I'm gonna run it like this. Alright, put those in. Something is blocking it. Oh, nope, never mind. Nothing was. Oh yeah, just these wires. Alright. So let's move the grounds out of the way. Okay, so we have these two here. And we have this one here. And we have this one here. Alright. So this is one. And one is this wire. So this wire is going here. And how did it end up there? Okay. So this is one. Making sure it's one. Alright. And I'm going to keep a little extra in there, so if I ever needed to pull this off, it won't be just completely impossible to remove. So, yeah. Okay, I think about here, like this should be good. Yeah. So, right there. And we're gonna perfect. Turned off the soldering station because I thought I was gonna need it for a little while longer. So anyways, this is gonna be one, two. Which one's two? Nope, that's not two. This is two. Where's two? There's two. Two is going to be this one right here. So, okay. Two, I'm gonna cut it to here. And then strip it. So this is one, and this is two. Two is gonna come to this pad here. One's gonna go to this pad right here. Okay. We got one and two now. Just making sure this is two. Yes. This is two. This is one. Now 1, 2, 3. This is three. Where is three? This is four. Okay. And this is three. Three is right there. S3 says signal 3. So we're actually just gonna put it about there. Okay. Strip it. It's good to always twist the wires because sometimes when you add solder on them, they just like break up like this, and then you could just have a little one just sticking somewhere, and then you just fry something, and that's not good. And this is 4. 4 is gonna go here, and this to here is gonna be good like this, right there. Strip the wire. Okay, that's a good amount. It's okay if you strip the wire a little bit more, because once you add solder, you could just cut it off and you get this little nice, clean, flat head on it. Alright, so let's add a little solder to the wires now. Once we find the solder in here. There it is. Okay. Okay, that one's done. This one's done. Do this one right here. That one's done. And I'm going to do, where is it? This one right here. Just clear up the table a little bit. Alright, we're going to do that one. So, I was originally gonna change the tip of the soldering iron, and I do recommend you do to something a little bit smaller. But since I have a little room around, so I'm just gonna use this one. So here's this one is 2. So we're gonna just touch it and then add a little solder to it. There we go. This is 1. Gonna touch it, add a little solder. We're done. This is 4. Touch it, add a little solder. We're done. And this is 3 right there. Touch it, add a little solder. Not done. Done. Okay. So now we're gonna connect the signal wires. Alright. So we said this is what? Alright. This one is 1. Oh, it's shadows. Just trying to fix the lighting in here. Okay. Maybe like this. So here's signal 1 right here, so I'm gonna cut some of it off and just get it to be just about enough. And these, just tap them. I mean, don't hold for too long. Okay. Seems good. Just in case. Alright. So yeah, this is 1 and then S1. And which one's this one? This one's 2. 2 is gonna go here. Right there. I might wrap this one more time around the standoff right here. Just like this. There we go, it's coming out. There we go. Right, so just be careful because I just got the wire stuck between the threads and the PCB. So there you go. This one is wrapped, so we have no hanging wires. Now we're going to cut some of this off. Okay. And just stick it on there. I don't have much slack, so oh no, it's gonna be perfect this way, this angle. Just gonna touch it from top. Okay, that's good. There we go. So now we have 1 and 2, which is 1 and 2. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Now let's go to 3. And let's see which one is 3, because I forgot. Yeah, this is 4, and this should be 3 right here. And 3 goes in here right below the buzzer. And I should have actually put a buzzer. Is it the buzzer? Yeah, the buzzer. So let me go get a buzzer real quick. And we're gonna put that in right there. It's always good to keep a buzzer with you. Or maybe I'll just leave it for later. I think I'm just gonna leave it for later. Let's just put this on now. So we're gonna This is kind of scary because the buzzer's right there, and when I put it on, so I don't know yet. Anyways, I'm just gonna bring it in like this. Okay, make this one as small as possible because you might burn some of the protective wrapping because it's not silicone wire. So it's very hot. Alright, that's in good. Now for, come here, Mr. 4. Alright, I'm just gonna put it in like this. So let's do that. Now the camera is gonna go here, the VTX and the power, but I'm afraid this 5V will not be enough to power the Foxeer. I'm not sure yet because I had one of those ESC, I don't know which one exactly, ESC VTX, and I thought it was broken or it's not working, and then I figured out it wasn't giving enough power to power the Foxeer camera. So I am a bit worried about that. I might have to add some kind of converter, step down converter. I have little mini ones, so I might just use one of those. So, but I hope, and I truly hope that it'll work just fine. Alright, what am I looking for? Okay. Okay, now we're gonna put this one right there. Okay, that's in good. Put little pulls everywhere. Okay, that's all holding very well. Perfect. Alright, now we're done with the signal wires. Now let's do the ground. Now the ground. Okay. But first let's just make sure we're not gonna have to ground anything. The receiver that I'm going to be using, actually, I don't have a Tyrannus just yet since I'm not really flying much because of the weather, and I still have not decided to buy it, even though it's awesome, it's amazing. I'm always thinking of getting it, and then last moment I just decided not to. I'm gonna use this FlySky receiver. It's the actually, I don't really remember. Also, I'll check it out right now. I'll leave a link below and I'll tell you as the process goes on. So I'm planning on using this. I believe this would be just perfect. I mean, look how clean that would be. It even has little holes. So I'll just add one more little standoff here and then just stick it there. So this one should get the power. I'm gonna do a PWM on this, or probably iBus. Not sure yet. And it should fit pretty clean, I believe. Just like that, and then you just have your camera, and then you have your little VTX thingy that's going to be popping up there, and what's left? Just the motors. Motors, I don't like reversing. The motors in the ESCs, I really would rather just put the wires backwards, just have to resolder them all over again. Once or twice actually I've reversed it and it was just making some high frequency noises. I'm not sure if it was from the ESCs, the motors, or the flight controller, but ever since I just reversed, put them back normally, and then just switched over the wires, the sound was completely gone. Alright, let's move this one out of the way. So basically we just have camera left, motors, and the receiver. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's basically it right now. So let's leave the camera. Let's leave the camera for last. Let's just put these let's do the ground. So I managed to run all the wires, secure the flight control. I'll be adding washers on it to dampen it. So here are all the ESC ground wires now. Now what I'm going to do is just cut it and then just solder them down to this ground pad right here. And should be good. So let's get that out of the way. So cut them. Now let's just strip them one by one. It's going to be enough for, should we cut it more? I don't know yet. So let's see. And this should be good right here to here. Okay. Let's strip them now one by one. Uh-oh. That was good. It's very difficult on camera. Okay. These I'm going to make them kind of long so I can solder them together and just stick them on the pad or solder them on the pad. So here we have 2 wires. Let's just solder these 2 together. 2 of each. There we go. Okay. And the bottom one is coming off already. Okay, that's one. This one. So now we got these 2 soldered. I don't know if we should try to bend them on each other somehow and solder them together. Okay. We were able to, sort of. We can solder that all together now. Alright, perfect. Now, just make sure all of them are good. Yeah, they seem good. Okay, so I'm going to twist the wire around. So when I put it down, it just... Okay, so this is how we are going to be putting it. Okay, so I need to put solder on the pad. I think I'm going to do it without flux this time. I don't know if you've noticed, I use thicker solder, 1.5 millimeter for big pads, and when I work with little wires I use 0.8 millimeter. So right now we're going to use the 1.5 diameter one. Alright, so we have our VTX button right here. I just noticed it, so you have to figure it out. It's okay right now. Okay, so alright. So we're gonna stick that there now. Let me get something to grab it with. I really like these. I think they're called hemostats. I'm not sure. That's why I didn't mention it in the beginning. If I'm wrong, just please correct me. I got them off eBay. I mean, they really worth their weight. I mean, they're cheap, but without them, a lot of things would be harder. Okay. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying. Trying to get the solder melted and the pad warm. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Yep, that's good. Can we access the button? Yeah, we can. Perfectly. Yep. So it's difficult to show you on camera. I don't know why. The lighting. Anyways, I wrapped them around each other and then stuck them there. So now we are almost done. We just have to get the camera set up. It's gonna be here. So it's gonna be like this. So let me get the camera ready, and we go on to the next step. We're gonna be soldering it here, and like I said before, I really hope there's enough power to power that camera. So let's do that.